All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Suds News. I am Vinny. I'm awaiting Angela if she's coming in. She's probably taking the dogs out, which is more than welcome because we love our furry friends. But either way, we are here live to talk all about General Hospital. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for hitting that notification bell so that you get notified anytime something goes live right here on Suds and Squared Circle Media, because you know what? We had a fantastic interview this past Friday with Mike Manning. You could check it out. The replay is obviously available on our YouTube channel, but also the RSS feed version for Apple Podcasts, Spotify, exactly, and all the other podcast players, iHeartRadio, Amazon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There, the RSS feed has been updated. The Mike Manning interview is up as of this morning. Hi, Steve. Welcome to the chat. Hi, Susan Russo. Welcome to the chat as well. Chad is in the chat room as well. And N2YJP, welcome to the chat, asking if that was really Jeff Kober, and the answer is yes. Obviously, it was just a dream, and we will get into that a little later on as we go forward with talking all about General Hospital. Angela is just entering now, so let's give her a few minutes to actually get her device up and running, and we will bring her in. And welcome, Angela. How are you tonight?
I am not well, but it's okay. I'm here.
Still sick?
I'm okay. I'm here. Well, different sickness. I went out to eat with my parents last night. It didn't set well with me, so I had a very rough night of up checking for hours and hours and hours, and then I was sleeping a lot today in between having to take care of the children. So,
damn. Okay. Well,
I'm here.
I'm glad you're here. Trust me, you know what? It's been going around. Sicknesses in general have been going around. I was supposed to have an interview for work for a new position, and it got postponed because of illness. So it's going around. But you know what? Yeah. I'm glad you're here. And,
it is, and I seem to be getting all of it.
All right. So big week with General Hospital. You know, a lot of cameos this past week as well, in terms of who Laura was haunted by. It was. And speaking of, I know Jeff Kober was mentioned in the chat. Speaking of Jeff Kober, he just landed a new role on The Pit, which is a medical drama that Noah Wiley created, which is almost a spinoff of ER, I guess, or some type of something in the multiverse there. But yeah. Congratulations to Jeff Kober for landing the role on the next season of The Pit. All right. So before we get started, do want to go over and mention to everybody that we do have the super chat function available. If you want to get your chat put up on the screen, go ahead and go ahead and give us a super chat. Also, if you are watching this later on the replay on Facebook on Tuesday or in general later on demand, go ahead and give us a super thanks. It's a little box with a $sign that you see. If you're watching on a mobile device, you might have to scroll over. But either way, we want to ask you guys, or should I say thank you guys for all the support you've given us. We are now at 685 subscribers, well on our way to 1,000 subscribers. So it'll be great. And yes, you definitely do rock. The Mike Manning clips that I put up yesterday in just the first day or two have already garnered over 1,000 views. So thank you so much for that.
Wow.
You guys are freaking awesome. But either way, whatever you do support goes directly into the network if you choose to, and it does. It helps provide the production value, helps get these connections like Mike Manning and Courtney Marie Shrem that we had, or Courtney Marie Warner, I should say, that we had over on Dockside of the Bay last month. And, you know, merch shop is open, merch.suds-media.com, and you can get one of these little guys here, one of our little cuddle buddies. And by the way, folks, if you do order one of the dog cuddle buddies, this one is a teddy bear, but one of the dog cuddle buddies or a doggy bandana, all of those proceeds go towards Samantha's friends to help support the rehoming and training of service dogs for veterans as well as first responders. So check that out, merch.suds-media.com. Okay, moving on. Let's get into the news of Port Charles. You weren't here last week, so it was a short week because of Thanksgiving. But do you have any thoughts on the previous week prior to Thanksgiving?
I'm sure I do.
Okay.
Because I have thoughts on everything. Give me a minute, because I'm still on this week.
Okay, not a problem.
Let's just say it was great and move forward. Let's just do that. Unless there's something you want to discuss. Because,
sure.
Again, kind of just waking up. Sorry.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem. Okay, so we actually got to see on Tuesday, we got to see Willow and Drew get married on Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
And that was a big thing.
They did it.
It was probably the first wedding that has not been ruined. I mean, there's a lot of controversy surrounding it.
Yeah.
But it's the first marriage that went off without a hitch.
Yep.
At least that I know of.
Yes, it really was. And, they did that tense moment there.
Yes.
That maybe she'll say no, but she didn't.
Nope, she said yes. She went through with it, even though Nina tried to get her, get her to say no, to kind of put her kids first, saying that she'll hire every lawyer in the book that she has to, put out all the money and support her. But you know what was really good was that Willow actually said that she's playing Drew. She knows who Drew is, and she's utilizing him. She's using him, although I think she's still a little delusional to the fact that Drew is her best chance of getting her kids back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. She's absolutely delusional. And now I just want to see him say, I know that you're the one who shot me, but now you can't divorce me because otherwise I'll testify. But
you know what? We also saw another wrinkle in the whole who shot Drew thing this past week, when it was revealed, I think it was on Tuesday, that Curtis had originally asked Miss Wu to go over and shoot Drew and kill him.
Yes.
So that was a wrinkle that none of us saw coming. I don't think I had even heard rumors of Lydia Look coming back.
Nope. They kept that under. I mean, they kept all these returns under wraps very, very well. Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, I knew that it wasn't her that did it because Drew's alive.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't have had time in the time that But yeah, that was quite the fun. And Curtis has $1 million to pay somebody to do something.
I mean, if it comes off the books of Aurora, I would think, but at the same time, that could incriminate Michael.
Right.
But, yeah, I don't think he's got $1 million.
And it's kind of hard to smuggle $1 million out of a legit.
Very true. Yes.
Hey, maybe that backroom poker game was very, very lucrative for him.
That very well could be as well. I mean, not only does he run the Savoy, but he's also, CEO of Aurora. So it's a possibility that he's raking in some decent money.
And I mean, Portia's got dough.
Yeah.
Chief of staff and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Portia's got dough, and she's also got a bun in the oven. So she's definitely
she does have
got a lot going on. And the way that Trina found out that Portia was pregnant was absolutely hilarious.
It really was. She was so. Although, I mean, I understand she's upset about people, whatever, her family lying to her and stuff. But she's really getting on my nerves with a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah,
with Jordan, and I'm just like, girl, knock it off.
Yes, she is, exactly.
You're gonna yell at somebody about this, yell at your daddy.
Right.
If you're blaming another woman for the breakdown of your marriage, you need to yell at your daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Just, and I understand it was a shock, and her, Trina dropping the tray when she heard, and Marshall and Stella just out in the open talking like normal that Portia is pregnant, was knowing that they weren't telling anybody until after the first trimester. I mean,
but honestly, to me, that rang true. That rang true because that's family. People don't keep their mouths shut.
Exactly.
Ever.
It's a family holiday, so. And it doesn't matter your culture, whether you're Black or Irish or Italian or from the islands. Family reunions are always going to have that kind of stuff going on.
Right.
And Lady
God,
Laura Black.
Yeah. Yeah. My family is the absolute worst.
Oh yeah. No, you're exactly right. It's the same thing. Lady Laura Black points this out in the chat, and I have to bring it up because it's been something that's been plaguing the character of Trina. I like Trina because she was so mature for her years. Now she's acting like such a child. And it's true. Like, I can't stand Trina's character right now. There's no reason for her to, there's no reason for her to be acting like this. Her parents are getting divorced. Big deal. Why are you, trying to stop them, stop Curtis from moving on with Jordan or whatever.
It's not like she's had them together for her whole life.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I know it's a soap.
I don't.
But
we have a podcast about a soap opera. We're aware it's a soap opera. Thank you, Donna.
And yes, Aisha, you're correct. Curtis is subsidizing Stephen living with Heather in California, Arizona, or wherever they are. So he's got, he's got money. That's thinking about it, soap opera characters have money, generational wealth. I think the only one that really doesn't is Elizabeth Weber. She's the only one that literally always working for overtime.
Because the writers love me. They give me that. They give me poor Liz.
Yeah.
To tide me over. It's a little gift from the writers.
Exactly. And Donna, you're right. Curtis and Jordan have carried on an emotional affair for years. Hi, Von Robin, excuse me.
I mean, Curtis and Jordan were married before he left her for that bullshit reason. And before their marriage ended, Portia was in there.
Yep.
With a listening ear.
Yes. Exactly. Don Alice says no money, and as her fans remind us constantly, no story either. Even though she seems to be involved in, she seems to be a side character in many different stories, because she's always around. All right. So we did also see this week, speaking of returns, our very beloved Kevin Collins returned on Tuesday. as John
Yes.
Winston came back to Los Angeles for a little while from Atlanta and decided to grace us as Kevin for a little while, which I understand why he can't do it more often. Atlanta to LA is a very long commute, especially the fact that being on Beyond the Gates means he, for the most part, has to be in Atlanta.
Right.
But either way, I'm happy that he came back. He's going to be on for a number of episodes at this point, so we're going to see him a little bit more often while Laura is going through her guilt-ridden, phase right now. And and I like that he was upset with her for calling Sunny after, finding Dalton's body in her trunk. But at the same point, he understands that she needs that human connection, and he's at medical conferences all the time.
Yeah, but still, like Sunny, he's just like, woman, whatever. And again, I still say that her, initial whatever to that was
overblown.
Like really overblown.
Yes.
Even for a soap, it didn't track with the character, but it's fine. And I just want to say that there were some of us who said that he was not gone from GH for good.
Right. Yep.
And we were told we were so wrong.
Right.
But okay.
No.
Yeah.
So Lady Lara Black in the chat says, do we like the recast of Ace? I mean, he's a kid. I don't have an opinion either way. It's not like he's in a major storyline. I mean, although thinking about it, having two brunette parents and he's blonde, so it's, it is what it is. He's got lighter hair, but you know what? At this point, it really doesn't matter.
Laura's his grandmother.
Right. And Lucky and Lulu both have.
And Luke is his grandfather.
Yep.
Yeah. Laura's his grandmother. Luke is his grandfather.
Yeah.
So it's recessed. Like Michael was a redhead for all those years, but so was Bobby.
Yep. Exactly. But no, you're exactly right. So I mean, it really doesn't matter to me either way. I'm glad he's a little older right now, but he's literally just there as a prop on the floor. And I know that's what you think. What your thing to say kids are props, but it's true in this case.
Kids are props. They are. Yeah.
That we could put on a shirt.
I mean, I liked the twins. Yeah. I mean, I liked the first twins, but Yeah. I'm not emotionally attached to the character of Ace. We don't see him enough.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and you're right, Lady Laura. Both of his grandmothers are blonde. I forgot Heather is blonde as well. So it works that way. All right.
Right.
So Laura had a number of visitors this week. Besides Kevin coming home, we also saw that she was visited by two ghosts of her past. And that's our main.
It was like the ghosts of Christmas past.
It was. It really was. The only person that was missing almost is Nicholas, even though he's not dead. So, we could have seen Nicholas. We could have seen, hell, for all that matters, we could have seen Luke. Once they're able to do holograms on TV, maybe we'll be able to get Luke as a hologram from Amsterdam.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But just to see Esme and Cyrus coming in and just showing how guilty that Laura feels because it was great.
Mm-hmm. It really, really was. I was like, oh my God. It caught me by surprise. Total jaw drop.
Yep. Exactly. Completely. I was not expecting it. I think Avery Kristen Pohl is fantastic. I wish they could have brought her on for good.
Yeah.
Especially in that age range.
Yeah.
You know, because the Jocelyn, Trina, Emma, you know, contingent needs to be built a little more. They need that. They need that. You know, that breadth of characters in there.
Right.
All right. So let's see. Catching up on the chat a little bit. Yes, Lady Laura, it'd be a great idea having a hologram of Luke. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there at some point. I mean, I've heard that there have been some bands that have done hologram concerts, you know, in front of, you know, actual, you know, audiences. So we'll get there at some point. I can guarantee that. So kind of catching up on the chat a little bit. Let's see. It's been years since she went and got a shotgun. That was from Donna. Sonny being Laura's bestie is so much fun. From Von Robin. Chad says his body language and facial expressions were definitely giving that Kevin is not happy at all about Laura calling Sonny. I feel like they made Ace Blonde more to match up with being a Spencer. When Lulu was a child, she had dark hair. So yeah, exactly. And you're right, Steve. That was another one they could have had. They could have had Constance Towers as Helena. So I mean, they could have had a couple of different people, but either way, they got Cyrus, they got Esme, and you know we got a really big treat this week.
We did.
So
it was phenomenal.
It was. I wouldn't necessarily say that GH is sexist, Donna, because we do have a number of female-driven stories. So I wouldn't necessarily say that. Do we know for sure that Helena has died? I don't think Helena is ever going to die. I mean, she could be out there somewhere.
They haven't taken her death back. They haven't. I mean, we never know for sure, but they haven't taken her death back. So we think that she has, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think Joss and Trina are built around men. I don't. Kai is circling Trina. Kai is in Trina's orbit.
Yeah.
Trina's story is her parents. And Joss, like, you know, she's involved with Vaughn, but he's not even on right now because the actor's shooting a movie, a Hallmark movie. And she's, you know, her thing revolves around the WSB. I mean, unless by men you mean Brennan.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I
don't think that Joss are built around men right now. I think that when Spencer was on, he was more the driver of their thing. But with Joss, she was more the driver of her relationship with Dex. She was the established character, and he was circling around her.
Right.
I thought.
That's what I thought as well.
You know, I mean, they killed him off. They killed him off to facilitate their story. I mean, I'm not going to say that GH is never sexist because they absolutely are. But I don't think that Joss and Trina are all about their men.
Yeah.
You know, so.
No, at this point, I think Joss is like her own lead as her story. I don't think she has to worry about, you know, being built around somebody else.
Her story. Right.
Yeah. When is Joss going to figure out Vaughn has been snatched by Brennan? Probably as soon as he's done with the Hallmark movie. At least that's my thought. So
I was going to say, yeah.
Although it looks like we may be getting close. Go on.
Go ahead. Sorry. I was just reiterating what you were saying. You're good.
Oh. It looks like we may be getting Anna back soon. It looks like they're gearing up for the reveal of who took Anna. So, who do you think?
My opinion on who it is not. I think it's Alex.
I
think it's her twin, Alex. I don't think Alex is dead.
Yeah.
I've thought that for a while now. I've thought that it was Alex for a while now because she'd make sense as to who would be continuing Faison's work.
Yep.
She was Peter's mother.
Yep.
It totally makes sense to me that it would be her, I think. But, that's been my opinion for a while now on it. We'll see. And when I saw the promo this week, I was just like, that looks like Finola Hughes' legs walking into that room that Finola Hughes is in.
Yes. I agree with you.
So,
it would be fantastic for it to be Alex. And I'm here for it. I'm here for a great Anna versus Alex story. So since they can't do Kevin and Ryan anymore, considering Ryan is dead. And not to mention
they're not going to get John Lynch back for that much of a story.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
They never found Alex's body. So we know that, anytime a villain goes overboard, you never find the body. So.
Yep. And it's so easy because it's not even like they have to bring anyone back.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got Viola. Yeah.
Right. Von Robin says Zombie Ryan. But speaking of zombie, our good friend of the show, Adam Huss, is actually going to be filming a movie, a zombie movie coming up. He announced on his Facebook. It's going to be there's quite an all-star cast in there in that movie. It's called the Gay Zomboys or something. But either way,
he also filmed another horror movie. It's a series that they're going to be an independent series that they're doing where the spirit of a real serial killer infects an object.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And it,
so to a Chucky.
Yeah, so he just filmed one of those, and it was I think Jeffrey Dahmer infected a kid's toy or something. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Taiwan.
Fun.
You know what? Okay, Taiwan, let's play.
Oh boy! All right.
There's nothing about them being okay.
Taiwan says, and how do you feel about people being okay with this woman being a sex worker on the show? I think it's quite communist. Okay. I have a problem with that.
Taiwan does not know what communist is to begin with. Number one, Taiwan. I ignore you most of the time, but I'm not going to today. You have no idea what communism is. It's not at all communist for people to be okay with sex workers. Actually, it's very capitalistic. Right? It's the free market.
Yes.
Supply and demand, consenting adults.
Yeah.
I'm fine with them being okay with her being a sex worker. Bobby was a sex worker. Bobby was a teenager, but I'm sorry. I have no problem with people being sex workers of their own consent as long as they're adults and truly doing it of their own consent. I have no issue with it whatsoever.
I don't either. It's what they call the oldest profession in the world. Even in the Bible, there were sex workers. So, there's nothing wrong with being a sex worker as long as you're a consenting adult.
I also really find it funny how people have the problem with the sex worker, but you notice he didn't say shit about Ezra.
Right.
The sex worker customer. That's
Yes.
A-okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Steve, you're right. Communist is not
On
people
this,
who
as
live in
in many
China.
things, Taiwan, you are wrong. Thank you, Steve. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Steve. All right.
Yeah.
So there seems to be a side chat going on about monsters. The grossest Von Robin says zombies are the grossest monster. Hard pass, but I take Kayla back in a heartbeat. Zombies is where I
The
draw the
vampire.
line. By Sana.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like zombies. Honestly, I stopped watching The Walking Dead after the story stopped focusing on the zombies. Once they started getting into the drama of the characters that are the survivors, I stopped watching.
I just watched the entire Walking Dead series this summer.
Really?
I've never watched any episode of it before then. Never. Mm-hmm. I loved it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch all of the offshoots. I'm just working on other things as well. Yeah.
I think Adam Huss was in Fear the Walking Dead, if I'm not mistaken, or had a part.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
So he's no stranger to the zombie world.
Oh, he loves horror stuff, and his husband does a lot of horror artwork, like a horror movie artwork.
Yep.
And he a lot of the time he'll dress up as either superheroes or horror characters for.
Yeah.
A few Halloweens ago, he was Johnny Depp from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one series that I could not get into was Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, granted, it came out when I was a kid, and I think I watched one of them. I can't remember which one. And Freddy kind of, took some kid down through their mattress, and I couldn't watch it. I didn't like horror movies.
Johnny Depp. That was Johnny Depp's character. Depp's character, ironically. And what's funny is that I was never big into horror movies, but the Nightmare on Elm Street ones I could deal with. I've never seen a Friday the 13th, which I have to correct because
and I like the Friday the 13th.
Yeah, I've never seen a Friday the 13th. I've never seen a Halloween.
I've seen Halloweens.
And again, I've never seen The Exorcist, which is something that my parents really, really hate because it was a movie that was special to them, which is ironic and really a good,
never saw
representation of their marriage. Yeah. They saw it on their 1-year anniversary.
Oh, wow. I'm not big into the paranormal stuff. Yeah, I'm not big into paranormal.
Honestly, I really hated pretty much all horror movies and stuff and the paranormal stuff until I fell in love with Supernatural.
I think I watched one episode of Supernatural just to check it out because Sebastian Roche was in it. But that's all I've ever seen. It's so
good. The whole thing is just so, so good. I love it. Absolutely love it. And the older of the two boys I nanny, he is autistic, and one of the things with kids with his issues is that they crave adrenaline.
Yep.
So he likes horror. He likes scary stuff because it fills that adrenaline. And so I was trying to find stuff that would be scary, but not horror, not traumatize his little brother.
Yep.
And Supernatural was a good. And there's 9 gazillion seasons of it, so it was perfect.
So do you think, while we're talking about the supernatural, the paranormal movies and everything, do you think it's time to announce our new project coming up in January?
I don't know. Do you want to? I'm ready to if you want to.
Yeah, we can. So I'll let you take it away. It was your idea, so I'll let you go ahead and announce.
Okay, so Vinny and I have a new series. It's not soap opera related, but you may see some soap actors join us occasionally. It is a new podcast. It's going to be weekly, only it's not going to be recorded live. But there will be some of you who have a chance to jump into the record, watch the recordings and talk in the chat and stuff like that while we're doing it. So what we're doing is it's called Pop Culture Time Machine. Now, a lot of you who watch our podcast here know that Vinny has never seen anything ever. I mean, I think that's a fair assessment. I mentioned a movie and he's like, I don't know what that is. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be going back in time and rewatching things, TV shows, movies, like just an episode of a TV show. Each week is going to be something different. Some, one hit wonder videos of the 80s, which is one of the ones that's what we're starting with.
Yep.
Now here's like the true irony with this is that while we were talking about our logo, I suggested for the Time Machine logo, a phone booth. And Vinny said, I don't understand the reference. Because on top of everything else he's never seen Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So we're going to be this is going to be a weekly thing. Everything's going to be the year 2000, have started or premiered pre the year 2000. And there are going to be times where we have celebrities who are involved or just really come on and talk about it with us. We're also going to, because Vinny likes making our TikToks, so we're going to watch these movies and TV shows together as well, just me and Vinny over Zoom. And we're going to record ourselves commenting as we watch. And then Vinny will make TikToks over those.
Yep.
And then we'll do the podcast weekly, the podcast Time Machine. And once a month will be the blind spot. And it'll be something that one of us has never seen. Just kidding. There are things I haven't seen as well. But yeah, so we're going to be starting that January 1st. Stay tuned. And if there's things you would like to suggest that you would like to see us talk about, movies, television shows, or like music, let us know. My DMs are open. Shoot us whatever.
Yeah.
And we're really excited for that one.
And stay tuned to our YouTube channel because eventually I'm going to start putting polls up for people to vote in as to something we should watch in the future. So keep, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, suds-media.com, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell because I'm going to start using that community function in the YouTube channel for polls regarding our upcoming, pop culture time machine episodes. So keep that in mind. That'll be starting in January, and we're going to be going all out with that. It's going to be fun. So, and to be fair, when I think of a time machine, I think of a DeLorean. I don't even that hot tub time machine stuff. I never think of a hot tub as a time machine. So
it just cracked me up. That we were talking about, you know what I mean? Because Bill and Ted's is such a quintessential, it just made me laugh.
See, and honestly, the other thing I could have thought about, but I've never seen the actual shows, was Doctor Who, and the only reason why I know of the phone booth time machine from that is from Big Bang Theory. So,
the TARDIS, yes.
So yeah.
Well, we're going to watch Bill and Ted's as well.
Yep.
And yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. We are very, very excited.
So that's going to be starting in January. So stay tuned again. Go to suds-media.com. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell because that's going to be premiering in January. Also, folks, coming up on December 20th is going to be the next episode of Freestyling on Real American Freestyle. RAF 04 is happening live at 7 p.m. on Fox Nation that night, and that's from Fishers, Indiana. And then directly after that, I'm going to be live with freestyling on RAF right here on these networks that you're watching this on as well. So there's a lot of new content coming up for Suds and Squared Circle Media. So stay tuned because, you know,
Yes.
Kim and Angela were also thinking about doing verticals, doing a vertical show with Jacqueline Grace Lopez, as talked about on our podcast-a-thon. So that may be in the works as well. So keep paying attention.
And the website's coming back January 1st as well.
So yeah, a lot of stuff.
We have so much.
We do. We absolutely do. So Donna, will fans watch?
Fans are not going to be watching with us. Fans aren't going to be watching with us. It's just going to be us. I mean, eventually maybe, but for right now, it's just going to be us because it's not going to be a recorded, or it's going to be a recorded one. It's not going to be live because we have to figure out a way to fit it into, you know, day-to-day life schedule kind of things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it may not just be us on the show either. We'll have people rotating in and out and coming on as well. So, you know, I know my wife said she wants to join in for a couple of things. So it's definitely.
I bet she does.
Yeah. So, definitely stay tuned for that in January as well. So, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to General Hospital because we've taken such a big detour. All right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
No. It's quite fun. I do have to ask. You know, we've talked about Samantha's friends. We've talked about our doggy podcast, our doggy bandanas, the doggy cuddle buddies that are available at merch.suds-media.com. But we had a lot of dogs on General Hospital this past week as Emma and Gio found the secret lab and vindicated all of the dogs that were there.
Yeah, and I mean, well, it was funny too because, like, I mean, I understood at first. I was like, "Why aren't they sedated?" But then, you know, he's been gone for a while, so you know. Although I would imagine that there's a lab assistant that would be like feeding them and stuff, but those dogs all looked good for being experimented on.
They did, yes. But it was
real cute, though.
Yes, they were very cute, all different shapes and sizes and breeds. It was so great seeing that. And I'm sorry, but Dante is just getting on my nerves because, and I know you've said it before, and how hypocritical he is at times. But you know what? I always tend to like the character, but this week, I'm sorry, but in my opinion, he's making a huge heel turn. Like I cannot take the garbage that he's doing. Rocco can't hang out with Gio because Gio and Emma took it upon themselves to go rescue the dogs and brought them to Sonny's, and Rocco just happened to be there. Like, come on now.
Right, and they had no idea that Rocco was there.
Right.
That man.
Like,
I want Cody smacking him upside the head.
Oh, I do too at this point. Cody is...
I need Cody to be like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to remember when you were a fucking little asshole pulling all kinds of bullshit. So why don't we knock this crap off?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, they're best friends since summer camp. So they need to... Cody needs to kind of sit down and have a talk with him and be like, listen, Gio's a good kid. And Gio has actually helped Rocco in many different ways. Yeah, and Donnie, you're right. He keeps bringing up the beach all the time. And it's like, did Gio kind of hook an IV to Rocco and kind of force the alcohol? He didn't even know he was there until he was sick.
No,
and he came
exactly. He found the teenager drunk and brought him home to sleep it off, which anybody would do.
Right. Exactly. He didn't know that Rocco had alcohol poisoning. Thank God for Cody.
Right.
But, again, like Dante, this is one thing where Dante is just in the wrong. Completely.
And not for nothing. But Rocco was there because Dante canceled the plans he had with those boys to yell at Lulu.
Yes, exactly.
On Brooklyn's behalf.
Yeah. No,
while Brooklyn was lying to him, and he now knows that.
Exactly.
Apple not falling far from the fucking crappy follow tree.
No, you're right. And in this one, Sonny was the voice of reason and telling Dante to kind of cool it.
Which I also hate. Don't fucking make me agree with Sonny. The hell, Dante?
Donna, you're right. I love the still pictures of the dogs, of the actors with the dogs as well. That was so cute. But no, having Sonny come in as the voice of reason and telling Dante to knock it off and to, leave things alone. Gio's a good kid and all that. Just I can't do it. I just and Rick and Sonny being on the same page, I like that. But the way that Rick brought up, we have Good Samaritan laws, and and Dodger's like, yeah, you would say something like that, wouldn't you?
And I am fine with Rick and Sonny, whatever. But this is another reason that Carly can never get back together with that man.
Right. Exactly.
Brother or not, Rick did what he did.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, yeah.
But honestly, and this story, in my opinion, is the what the fudge moment of the week, because honestly, it was such a great, it was a great thing for Gio and Emma to do, to bring the dogs out of, captivity, and, and everything was just derailed by Dante. And Dante coming in saying that, Rocco could never hang out with Gio, and Gio's making him an accessory after the fact, and all of this. And it's like, dude, take off your commissioner hat, your detective hat for once, and be a fucking father.
Yeah, because he has no problem taking the commissioner hat off to cover for his father. He has no problem taking the commissioner hat off Rocco is a teenager, and I get that, but he's not 12.
Right.
And Dante's not doing that kid any favors by trying to pass that kid's bullshit off on somebody else.
Exactly.
Sorry.
And Donna, you're right. Dante and Gio have to have conflict, but at this point in time, that conflict has come and gone, and you can't keep going back to the past about it. It's just at this point, it's just old, especially the fact that Gio had nothing to do with Rocco drinking and getting drunk. That was his own choice, and he took care of him. And then the whole thing, neither Gio nor Emma told Rocco, Charlotte, and Danny to break into that lab.
Exactly. They told them that it was off.
Right.
And the kids were never supposed to break into the lab to begin with. They were just going to be the lookouts.
Yeah.
I don't think a doctor's going to do it. I'm thinking like a crematorium at this point.
I was going to suggest Dr. Gannon, but,
he can give it his best shot. I'm open for some bedside manner. Okay.
But folks, if you want to help out What the Fudge, if you're in the Connecticut area or traveling through, go ahead and go to whatthefudgect.com or facebook.com/whatthefudgect and check out the current flavors, check out any upcoming merchandise drops or drop-off locations that she's going to be setting up around the state of Connecticut. Like I said, she just came up with her eggnog and also peppermint fudges, and has started to sell biscotti as well. So if you're in the mood for some homemade confections made in a cottage kitchen, so it can't be shipped, but either way, fantastic fudge, fantastic biscotti, and check it out, whatthefudgect.com or facebook.com/whatthefudgect and use the promo code SUDS for 10% off your purchase. All right.
Nice.
Moving on. Yes, I agree with you, Donna. BLQ and Gio's talk was amazing. I liked their talk at the hospital. I liked their talk at the Quartermain house. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes, I agree. I like that they're bonding, and he's calling her mom, and I think that's a good contrast with Dante.
Yes.
So I agree, Chad. With Dante, I would have less issue with Dante if he, held everybody to the same standard. Yes. But for some reason, it's Michael and Gio that need to be, held accountable for absolutely everything, and Sonny and Rocco don't. And I'm done.
Yeah, so. It's very hypocritical. It's very just it's ridiculous, plain and simple. It's selective accountability, which is like I can understand,
and that's the biggest problem.
Right. And if you look at it from a psychological standpoint, and maybe we should get Kevin Collins in on this, but Dante probably feels some type of way towards Michael since Michael was raised by Sonny. So he can, so that's why he's, wants Michael to take accountability. Or he feels some type of way towards Gio because he didn't get to raise Gio. But again, that was not Michael's fault, and it wasn't Gio's fault. It was Olivia's fault for keeping Dante away from Sonny. And it was, Brooklyn's, or it was Lois, Lois and her mom for keeping Gio away from him.
Why didn't he feel some type of way for Sonny is my thing. I'm like, the man shot you, and you perjured yourself so he wouldn't get in trouble for it. I just,
Yeah. And Donna, me too. I am a cheerleader for Frank and Elizabeth Corte. I think they're doing great jobs. So I support them or defend them whenever I can because, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. As soon as the YouTube TV contract problem with ABC and Disney was over, GH was right back in number one in the ratings against all the other soaps. And yes, while YouTube TV was done, Beyond the Gates won their time slot, but they were also losing a big chunk of subscribers because of that, because of that situation.
Yeah.
So the proof's in the pudding. GH is firing on all cylinders right now.
Yep.
So let's see. Yes, I love that Gio is softening towards Brooklyn. I know at some point Brooklyn and Dante will get back together, and it might be Brooklyn that brings Dante and Gio together. But at this point in time, it can't come soon enough because I'm tired of the Dante being against Gio stuff because it's stupid, in my opinion. Let's see. Moving on. While you were sick last week, and and while you're not feeling good this week, did you have a point in time to go through, the history lesson for this week?
I do have the history lesson for this week, and I'm changing it up a little bit, and because I like that we do today in general hospital history, and it's going to be today in general hospital history. Going forward, I'm only going to do today. If there's something extraordinary that happened, I will add that in, but it'll just be the day that it is. And eventually, 15 years from now, we'll have hit all of the days.
That's very true. All right. So for right now, we're going to hop into our DeLorean time machine.
We're sending you back to the future.
And go to Professor Angela as we go to today in general hospital history.
Yes. We're going to start in 1997. Nicholas is shot outside of Luke's. in a drive-by shooting that was attempting to kill Jason. Jason tapped into his doctor medical school memories and used a pen to give Nicholas a tracheotomy to save his life until the ambulance got there.
Wow.
Yes. In 1999, Stefan and Nicholas found out that they were not father and son like they hoped, and it was actually Stavros that was Nick's father. 2014, and I hope we see this day again soon. Kelly Thibault left General Hospital for the first time when Britt went on the run with her daddy Faison. And I'm just saying that, you know, if she wants to recreate just leaving, doesn't have to be anything to do with Faison, just go. I'm here for it. In 2020, Sam dumped Jason because she finally got sick of them not putting her first. Not putting her and their child first. And in return, Jason said, okay, and left, did not try to get her to change her mind, and told Sonny that, you know, he should have let Lucky keep raising Jake and never should have agreed to have Danny. I'm just like, my God, you're horrible. I mean, seriously, objectively, the man is crap. And in 2022, Heather at Bayview, Ferncliff, wherever they were, snuck into Ryan's room. We saw their interaction. Yes. So that is your today in General Hospital history.
All right. Fantastic. Today in General Hospital history, as we do every week, because we like to go into the past, into the history books, and check out the stuff that's happened that brought us to, I mean, we've got over 60 years of history on this show. And you're right. Within the next 15 years, we'll get to every single day of the year. All right.
Yes.
So.
This is me having faith in our longevity.
Yes, exactly. We're on season 4 as it is. So we'll keep on going.
Yes.
Let's see. Moving on. Why don't we just touch on it now? So every year, I feel like they're getting a little lazy with the Quartermain's Pizza Thanksgiving thing. At least this year, I feel like it was a little lazy. There was no really big catastrophe. Pace made the turkey dinner, and because Brooklyn didn't want to tempt fate, they gave the turkey dinner to the hospital staff, which is nice. But
I loved it. I will take anything that keeps the Quartermains from eating turkey for Thanksgiving.
I did like the little fact that Tracy had pre-ordered the pizza from wherever she is because of knowing that they wouldn't have Thanksgiving dinner.
Yes.
But I always like to see the catastrophe type of thing instead of, this one.
I mean, they really set it up. They set up a lot of options for catastrophe. We had the smoke alarm going off, and then we had the dog licking his lip. I mean, seriously, they really did set it up that it could be which was funny.
It was. And I was expecting one of those, and it was a swerve at the end because the meal came out beautiful, and poor Chase slaving over all of the stuff for Thanksgiving dinner, and then just for them to say, you know what, let's just go ahead and donate all this to the hospital staff who are working today. Again, great thing to do. It warms the cockles of the heart, but at the same time, I feel so bad for Chase.
Well, I mean, apparently it, turned the wife on, so.
That's very true. And apparently she's turned on by the smell of roast turkey as well, as evidenced by today's episode. And if you have any weird traditions or kinks, I know somebody that you could talk to. Are you having problems in the bedroom? Are you having problems with your sex life? Well, I know just who to talk to, and that's Lori. CoachingByLori.com is where you could set up voice, video, or text sessions to talk about sex, to talk about intimacy, kinks, fetishes, taboos, fantasies, or your sexuality. You could talk about coming out and what to expect when you come out. Lori is a sex therapist and talks about your sexual health. Lori's offering all new clients 20% off their first session with the coupon code WELCOME. That's coaching by Lori, LORIE.com. Coupon code WELCOME, WELCOME, for 20% off your first session. All right.
As always, I salute you, sir. How you segue into that.
Well, that one kind of wrote itself, but yes, Brooklyn and Chase kind of got busy today because Brooklyn was kind of upset that, Chase had showered and didn't smell like roast turkey anymore. And when he said that, he would put rosemary or sage behind his ear, she's like, I just love the heart to do it.
Yes.
That was cute. Although they're headed for Splitsville at some point soon.
Oh, God, yeah. I was watching that kissing scene going, is he picturing Willow?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, this was the thought in my head.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
But I really liked the BLQ and Ned.
I did too. Brooklyn and Ned today, the way that Brooklyn's like, you can't have that pizza. You just had a heart attack. Olivia made sure that you didn't have any. He's like, yes, I know. I had my steamed vegetables and I'm taking this seriously, but I just want a damn piece of pizza. It's not Thanksgiving without pizza.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yep.
And I like when I like when Wally Kurth is able to be on and Ned and Brooklyn or Ned and Olivia or Ned has some meaningful scenes, because this one did have a good message. Like somebody he's been
Leo.
Yeah, exactly.
We hadn't seen Leo in forever. We saw Leo. Sorry.
We did. We got to see Leo, and I like that Ned breaks the mold of I miss, I like I like that Ned kind of breaks the mold of typical Quartermain. Like, he is not fully a corporate tycoon. Like, he's had his times, but he also knows when to make time for family.
I mean, there was a time where he didn't, when he was a younger man, but he's old now, so,
right. Well, Edward was a curmudgeon well into his elderly years, so, I mean,
yeah.
I'm glad that there's a bit of a change going on in the Quartermains.
Yeah.
Drew is more Quartermain than any of the Quartermains right now.
He's even harder than Tracy.
Yeah.
Don't let her hear me say that. She'd take it badly.
Yep. Yeah, Leo grew. He's hard. I'm glad they didn't source him. I like Leo being there and the character that plays him. I feel like, because the actor who plays Leo has the same, is a
is
basically
autistic as well.
Yeah. So it works out. Chase going shirtless to win back some of those female fans that were not happy with him. And Chad also says, poor Chase, poor Al, hard to get to that house back, and she probably never even got to any pizza. Oh, just some tofurkey.
And you know that at the hospital nobody touched that tofurkey.
Right, exactly. Drew is extreme Edward. Yes, exactly. So, it's a good thing that we got to see Ned in Brooklyn today, and good to see Leo. Good to see a nice Quartermain family Thanksgiving, and I like how they sing before they eat. That's kind of like a really good tradition that I really like that they have. because it does show
Yes.
the closeness of the family. All right, let's see. How about the scenes with Laura and Sidwell? When Sidwell comes in and wants to blackmail um, Laura into doing his bidding with the pictures of you know, the only way he could have gotten those pictures was if he was in the car with Nathan as he came behind him.
No, I think that because Laura ran over nails, they set up for her
Oh,
to.
yes. Yes.
The whole thing was set up. It was delicious.
I enjoyed it.
I loved
Carlo Rhoda has been a phenomenal addition to this
it.
cast. Like he's got charisma
Yeah.
with the ass. He's just
Oh my God,
fantastic.
yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is
it could have been
phenomenal.
Drumbo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. I love the conversation with Laura, and like he does not get rattled.
No,
No
he
matter
doesn't.
what, how angry everybody else, he doesn't lose his temper with them. He's very, very, even when murdering somebody,
Yeah,
he's very, you know,
yeah.
very
The way he
controlled in his
told Dalton.
emotion.
Yeah, the way he told Dalton,
Uh-huh.
your liability. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. And I loved the conversation with Laura. I loved the conversation with Sonny,
Yes.
where he's just like, I have you. I have you.
Oh yeah.
And it was
But
great.
we all know in the past those who cross Sunny tend to not make it out alive. So we shall see how it goes. I don't want to lose the Sidwell character. So I want to see him stay in Port Charles and prosper.
Well, I mean, it's going to be hard for Laura and Sonny to get out of this one.
Yes, it will be.
Especially if he also knows what Jason did with the body.
Right. Yeah.
Which he very well may.
You're right. He very well might know.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, and I really will say that I enjoy the way that Jeannie Francis is playing, Laura's guilt. Like, she knows what's going on, so every mention of Dalton being missing, she, outside of Kevin, she hasn't told anybody, but you could see the look on her face that it's eating her up inside.
Yes. Yeah.
And Daisy Flower says, "I hate that Laura broke down in front of him." Well, and maybe the Laura of old wouldn't have, but
yeah, honestly, but she's been on like razor's edge since it happened.
Yeah. Well, and the thing
I just think that
you're right. She's been on edge. She's got a lot going on right now because of everything with Rocco, everything with, the mayoral election and Drew and Ezra and just piling on up and up and up and up. She's getting to a breaking point at this point.
Right. Yep, exactly. So I think, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see going forward.
Yeah, it will be.
How he wields this power against the two of them.
Yeah, it's going to be great, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Chad says Sidwell shooting Dalton, giving warnings, blackmailing, and extorting Laura. Now that's a villain. I remember Carlo Rhoda from 24. Yep. Wow, yeah, he's been fantastic. I never saw 24, so I can't comment on that. I know the premise of it, but I've never actually seen any episodes of it. But I'm enjoying Carlo Rhoda.
This is my shock face. It's okay. Yeah. he's great. He's phenomenal. We are blessed to have him on our show.
Yes, we really are. So, could we just talk about Lulu and Nathan right now? Because I swear there's some type of chemistry going on there, and I can see a Lulu Nathan.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely going to be picking them up. I think I think Maxie's going to come back to Lulu and Nathan having slept together or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it the story writes itself, especially with Maxie coming back at some point. But also, Nathan is Dante's best friend. And at the same time, there's also a secret hidden beneath the skin there with Nathan. Is it really Nathan? Is it really Peter? There's so much that could write itself that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I think they're gonna have them keep getting closer. And today we saw him, going over and promising to protect Charlotte, and that's the way to her heart. And I think that they're gonna keep getting closer and closer, and then they'll end up sleeping together, and then Maxie will wake up and come back, and it's all gonna be a big old mess.
Oh yeah.
So.
Although I'm sure Spinelli will be happy because then maybe Maxie won't be so hung up over Nathan.
I know. He's going to be like, you two crazy kids. I love this.
Yes.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Daisy Flower points out the WSB is after Sidwell, so that is one way for Sonny and Laura to break free from him. Possibly. But the WSB could be in the hoop. The WSB could be in
the WSB own them then.
Yeah.
So, exactly. 6 to 1, half dozen to another.
All right. All right. So we haven't talked about it yet, and I know it's a big thing. Valentine breaking out of Steinmauer or off the transport plane. And then
parachuting out of the plane. How badass is that?
And the way that he knew the flight plan and the flight pattern of exactly where to go, and that he took out, the 2 guards and the pilot, and then grabbed a parachute to jump down into Port Charles.
It's fucking epic. And it looks like he got snagged by a couple branches on his way down, but he's okay.
Yes. And I like how Carly said, just don't get any blood on my couch.
Blood on my couch? It's just, I love them. I fucking love them. And then today, at the end of today, no, it's cold! She's like,
yep.
Oh my God, I am so looking forward to this. Oh, God, I'm looking forward to this.
Yes.
Loving it. And this weekend, James Patrick Stewart was on Twitter suggesting ship names.
Yeah, so they may be going in that direction even for a brief time, considering they're both working together. I like how the rationale is different for each of them. Where Valentine's like, well, we're taking down together. And Carl's like, well, we're not in this together. We're doing 2 separate things. This is not a together type of thing. And then comes
and he's
home
like, oh, you are mistaken, my friend.
And then Jocelyn comes home because she tells Brendan she's going to protect her mother. And just the way that Carly pushes
and all she does is tell her mother to turn on the alarms, and she goes to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that crack WSB training.
Yes. But, yes, Carly and Valentine are very fun together. Oh, it's great. I
just adore it. I love it. I mean, I like Jack. I liked Jack and Carly. I don't want them to come back from this because they can't. He hurt her child, and I don't support her with men that hurt her children. So, you know,
Yeah.
I don't want, you know. And I know Valentin almost killed her, but it was an accident. And that's different.
Right.
It's not her kids.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the I'm not fixing you a snack thing too. Oh my God. They're just going to be so much fun with him there.
And
Yeah.
it's like there's a lot of snark from Carly that the between the two of them, their personalities are very similar but also very different at the same time. The way that they could snipe at each other, this is going to be epic. This is going to be epic.
And she's going to be who he's interacting with the most.
Yeah.
Because he's hiding out at her place. So it's going to be great. I cannot tell you how here I am for this.
But the way that they were all saying, you know, he brought out to Carly, this is the last place they'll ever look for me. And then Jocelyn's like, well, you know, he's targeting you. So the first place he'll go is my mother's house, look for you. Right. And it was just perfectly timed, perfectly reasonable to think about it that way.
But I will point out also, Jack didn't seem concerned.
No.
About Carly.
No, he didn't.
And it's because, you know, he has bigger thing, you know, because nothing comes before his whatever.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but yeah, it's fine, but you know, sit the fuck down and let my girl get herself some Valentin.
Honestly, Laura, I think that Chris McKenna and Laura Wright have tremendous chemistry. It's not the same, and I think it's still very strong with when Jack was recast.
Oh, I think so too. I don't, you know, it's not the chemistry is the issue for me. It's the storyline. And I also, it sticks in my craw because I know that Carly's never going to find out the full extent of what he did.
No.
And that bothers me so much.
I mean, the only possibility that would ever happen would be if Cyrus is being held at a WSB offsite location and then ends up coming back and telling Carly, oh, by the way, your daughter's got me.
Right. Well, I mean, I could see her finding out about the Cyrus part of it, but I don't think she's ever going to find out that Jack stood outside of the cabin, watched Cyrus go in, watched him come back out, get the axe, and go back in while thinking Joss was not armed.
Right. Yeah,
she's never going to find that out. And that's, you know what I mean? And those are the things that I'm like, this is why I don't care. Yes, it's Joss's decision to do what she, you know, wants to do with her life. And I love her as a WSB agent, but this is why I don't want Carly with Jack.
Right.
Because he was that callous about her child's life. Yeah. And I know whether or not she knows, I know. And I'm not here for it.
Yeah. No, you're right. So. You're exactly right. All right. So that, in my opinion, is going to be leading to a lot of good story over the next few weeks. Last thing to kind of talk about, because the Curtis and Portia stuff, I could care less about at this point, or I couldn't care less about at this point.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. But Britt and Jason, you know, Britt getting wasted at the grounding, and
poor Jason, Molly and Cody.
I felt so bad for Molly walking in on that.
Yeah, I did too, and I felt bad for Cody because he was just trying to be a good guy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know. You know, so I felt bad for him. Britt is just a fucking train wreck. And now I don't know if, you know, the whole thing with Jason when she was like, why don't you kiss me? You know, you could kiss me. But I don't know if Steve's supposed to be playing that as Jason was tempted but that was not how he played it.
No.
He was just like really stone-faced and looked borderline annoyed.
Yeah. And I think it
You know
comes
what I
off
mean?
because he's not like the last time that they were together was, they were on the run. Steve was buried under rock, or Jason was buried under rocks. But
they weren't even together then. They hadn't even gotten back together.
No. And I don't think the whole setup to everything was pointing to them getting back together with all the things that Britt is trying to keep Jason at arm's length, and then all of a sudden, well, why don't you kiss me?
Right.
Where the hell is that coming from? Like, at this point, you're showing Jason that you're not interested in anything from him except when you need something. And now,
right.
Oh, well, why don't you kiss me? It's just, no, there's, I don't think it's supposed to be.
Yeah, he like, and I mean, with the way that she was like standing like real, they had them like really close. But I just don't really think that, I don't know that he was playing it like that he was supposed to want to kiss her, but couldn't because she was drunk or whatever. But he really just came off as annoyed to me, which I don't think he was supposed to come off as annoyed at the very least.
Yeah. No, he came off as annoyed to me as well. Because it was almost like, Britt never wants anything from me. So I'm going to just, distance myself.
Right.
He's still there to help her. He comes in while she's drunk and trying to give herself a shot, and she can't. So, he's helping her out that way. And then, it's just not, it's, I don't know. There's some type of disconnect at this point.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how they get to them.
No.
I really don't. I'm not seeing the plot to them because she's not the victim. She's not innocent. She's not doing something against her will. You know what I mean? She's not being bad for the sake of the greater good. It's not any of that. And he wants to help her. And like he told her that he was going to say, that he was going to stand and, keep an eye on her. And she told him to stand in the hall.
Yeah.
Because that's where bodyguards go.
Yeah.
I did like how he said you wanted attention, now you have it, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we're going, you wanted attention. Yeah.
And now you got it.
He's just like, please, Carly did this a lot better. But yeah. It does it kind of does remind me of the whole shit with Brenda too. And he's just like, he's totally annoyed with her ass as well. He's just like,
I get
all
annoyed
too old
with
for this fucking nonsense.
I get annoyed with Brenda too.
Well, who doesn't?
That's just Brenda's character. But at this point, Britt is going to be there too. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. It's just, there's just nothing likable about her character either.
No, there's not.
Like, when she's being like the Brit, she's fun. But when she's being this whiny, cryy, but also still a total bitch, it's not. It's just obnoxious, and it's
like at this point, I feel like there's just so much disjointed with her right now, and I know they can't be 100%. She's always in the lab. She's always trying to push the phase-on thing, the whatever. But at the same point, but at the same time, it's like I feel like there's just. Are they trying to like push up her episode count so that she's happier or something? Because it doesn't feel like they're focusing 100% on the story that she was supposed to come back for.
Well, without getting too much into things that are too behind the scenes, they did need to push up her episode count last month because they had to compensate for somebody that had too much that they had to take a step back from. So that might be part of it. But yeah, it's just kind of, yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brenda is a character based around a man.
And to be fair, when I started watching, Brenda was not on. So when ABC kept pushing out, oh, Vanessa Marcel returns as Brenda, they made such a big deal out of it. And as soon as I started, like a month to 2 months into her run, I was like, oh, let's get rid of her. Like I didn't like the character.
My whole thing with the character of Brenda is that her first run was like 4 years altogether in the history of whatever. She's been on a total of like 6 years.
Yeah.
But there's a myth around Brenda being this huge thing in the General Hospital universe where she's not. I think the biggest problem with Brenda is that she stopped being a regular character when she was still young. You know, I don't even think she was 30 yet. She wasn't 30 yet. There was no way. You know, she was mid-20s when she left. And so they never played her growth on screen, her growing as an adult.
Yeah.
So the actress never played her growing as an adult.
Yep.
And so she still plays her as she played her in her 20s. And it doesn't work. That's my thing. Is that, well, Brenda was extremely popular when she was on, but she was only on for 4 years as a full-time character. And then she popped in and out here and there, like years later, but she wasn't, you know what I mean? She wasn't Laura. She wasn't Monica. She wasn't a Trace, you know, she wasn't, they played it up more, which fine, whatever. But the problem is that the character, it's the same reason I say Brenda, when Brenda came back, she didn't bring viewers before. So I think there might be a short spike, but not a big one. And it wouldn't be sustaining. But Brenda needs to come back and get her damn man. That's what Brenda needs to do. Anyway, what I was saying. I think that it's like what I say, because I mean, I love Sarah Brown as the OG Carly. She was great. She built my character. I don't think she could step in and play Carly now because she hasn't played those years of growth. You know what I mean? I think it would kind of be the same thing, is that she'd be playing the character that she was playing 20 years ago.
Yep.
And that's not who Carly is anymore. You know, when they play the growth, it's a different thing.
Exactly.
And with Brenda, there's been no growth. It's always the same idiot who set Lily's wedding dress on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So, oh yeah, Josh and Trina are both more mature, and that's saying something, especially with Trina right now. But yeah, Brenda's not a great character. She's just, although Carly had my favorite takedown ever, favorite insult. She said it to Carly, or said it to Brenda when Brenda like threw Jason in her face, and Carly said, "Jason and I can count on each other. He can count on me, and I can count on him." Mm-hmm. But who counts on Brenda? No one.
Right.
You're for decoration only. You're as shallow as a mud puddle, and that's why you're so easy to leave. When she told her that she was for decoration only, she is. That's what she is. She is for decoration. That's what she is. She's an accessory. She's like the kids. Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
You're for decoration only. You're as shallow as a mud puddle, and that's why you're so easy to leave. That shoot right into my
Speaking of Sarah Joy Brown, Laura Wright actually said that Sarah Joy Brown texted her congratulating her for 20 years as Carly. Yep. And, you know, the fact that, you know, there's no way that Sarah Brown could step back into the role.
Yeah. And it's not an insult to Sarah.
No.
It's just that the character that she played was a different Carly who hadn't grown. Yes. You know, and I think that when you play a character in those early years,
yes,
that makes it harder to play the character later without having,
right.
You know what I mean? The interim.
Exactly. Without having,
you know, because your muscle memory is,
yep.
Right. Your muscle memory is that old character.
Right. That's why it's like with the Brooklyn character, you know, and I get it. She's a quartermain. She's a legacy character, but at the same time, Amanda Setton playing her has kind of given us that evolution, that maturity of the Brooklyn character that the previous portrayer, I can't remember her name, but you know, when she was younger, when she was the one that was, you know, trying to get between Dante and Lulu and all this other stuff, could never come back to play that character at this point.
Exactly, because it's not the same character.
No.
And that's, you know, it's just, you know, and like another character could come in and play the character. Another actor who hadn't ever played them before.
Right.
You know, but it's just the muscle memory with the callback. It just doesn't work.
Right.
So.
Exactly. Let's see. I think we covered just about everything. Well, today we did see Lucas and Marco have some nice time together as a belated Thanksgiving scene until Chase has to come over and check the house for Valentine.
I'm looking forward to Lucas having his heart shattered.
It sucks, but I agree that's going to happen.
Harley tried to be nice to him, tried to apologize, tried to reach out an olive branch.
Yep.
But because she can't say exactly what he wants her to say, he rejects it completely. So the only thing that sucks is that when he does get his heart broken, Carly is going to be there for him and not say, "I told you so."
Right.
But it's okay. He'll be thinking it.
I like Marco and Lucas as a couple, but I agree it's gonna turn out badly for Lucas. It really is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else that we missed? I don't think so. Nope. I think we kind of went through everything completely. So that's about all, folks. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up on Suds and Squirt Circle Media. Again, this coming Thursday will be the next episode of Dockside at the Bay. Kim and I will be going over the next episode in season 7 of The Bay. By the way, this past Friday night, as we were interviewing Mike Manning, who you know from The Bay, The Bay was actually doing their season 10 premiere out in LA. So look for that to come up on Popstar TV pretty soon, because season 9 is still, as far as I know, playing every day. So season 10 will be replacing it and going on there. Also, like I said, December 20th is going to be the Real American Freestyle event number 4, which means the freestyling on Real American Freestyle comes on directly after that on that Saturday night, December 20th. Let's see, anything else that we have going on? We're still in talks about a couple of different interviews, and then we've got a lot of new content coming up for the new year, as we talked about some of it earlier tonight as well. All right, so Angela, where could everybody find you?
Well, mostly just sleeping right now. No, just kidding. In Parade.com, Brooklyn74 on Twitter, Angela Ryan Duncan on Facebook and Instagram. No, there's no GH casting news right now. Although they're, not letting us have anything. They're keeping everything real quiet.
Yeah, and not to mention they're on break right now, correct?
Mm-mm. No.
Oh, no?
They're back.
Okay.
They're back until I think they went back they went back last week, and they're back
Okay.
until the week before Christmas. They'll probably shoot until the 19th, although the vets will probably be done the 12th, maybe, because usually
Okay.
the vets get out a little earlier. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. And as always, folks, you can find me. You can find me on Twitter and Facebook at Vinny Suds. Also, I am on Cameo, also named Vinny Suds. So if you want me to sing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" or "Happy Birthday" or anything, or just wish you guys fun, you can go on to Cameo, go through the website, not the app, and I will send you a personalized video. Also on Twitter at Suds Media, which is our network account, which is what I normally use. But also on Instagram and Threads is at Suds and Squared Circle. And then on TikTok is at Suds_media. But for everything, just go to suds-media.com, which is our YouTube channel. Find out some of our merch there. You can find all of our content as well. So hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. And go ahead and help support us. Give us a super chat or a super thanks or a super sticker, and all that money does go towards the network. So for Angela, I am Vinny. We will see you next week as we bring you more Suds news. Have a great night, everybody.
Night.